Stop that.
Gang tackling, no missed tackles, and up front. Listen, I go back. We talk about Malik Collins, Mason Graham, and Mike Hall Jr. are going to have to be better. Shelby Harris is one of those guys in that mix. They're going to step it up because the front is where you stop the run. You know, linebackers like Schlesinger and Devin Bush will come clean it up. But the one thing I noticed with the Tennessee Titans changed the line of scrimmage. Usually when the Browns are stopping the run, they're playing on the opposite end of the line of scrimmage in the backfield. You want to at least get your heels in 2 yards past the line of scrimmage to make those running backs have to bounce and not declare. You saw the pile moving. You saw Pollard getting downhill and falling forward for 3 yards. It just has to be a better concerted effort, knowing that what type of game this is. And I think the 30-mile-an-hour winds and it'll feel like minus degrees in Chicago, Jason. So to me, you got to know the run is coming, and that's part of understanding that we got to do this to stop this game, to even stay in the football game, given the fact that you do have a rookie quarterback.
Miles always splits wide to put leverage on tackles. Last week it felt like he was in about the wide 47.
There was a play where he was about 2 feet away from a wide receiver.
And I right. wonder if Miles has free reign to do what he wants. But I wonder if this week, like, hey, why don't you come back in this zip code of the line of scrimmage.
Just don't be an immunity lot. Play, you know what I'm
because
saying?
it creates running lanes if you're that far out. And also, this falls on Mason Graham. You talk about the loss of Malik Collins.
How do we make sure that doesn't happen again this week against Chicago?
First and foremost, it starts with stopping the run. You look at what Pollard had last week. Anytime you let him get 160 yards, 100, almost 200 yards as a team, you're in trouble because now you shorten the game. And like my coach always said, I don't know nobody that's ever got a sack when they're getting off double teams on run plays. And one person in history got a sack doing that.
Well, you can't get a sack when the ball's out of the quarterback's hand.
Yeah, you can't do that either.
You get a tackle for loss, but you can't get a sack.
So the goal is to shut the run down, and then you can get into some things where you can now rush the passer. But the first and foremost is stopping the run because, 2nd and 3 is hard to stop because now you get the 3-step game, the screen game. It's very simple. So Myles Garrett, in order for them to be able to get after the quarterback, they got to do a much better job in the run game. I think they're a little embarrassed last week against the Titans that came in and really, I thought they controlled the line of scrimmage, Jason.
And the Bears run it much better than the Titans do for the season.
Because he was walking into a ticking time bomb. But, John, we just spent 40 minutes debating Baker Mayfield, so I'm not going to reignite that. How you doing today?
Please.
I'll reignite it. Is it a problem if I reignite it?
Reignite, John.
Here we go.
Throw the grenade, John.
Activate napalm.
What a waste of time and energy and space that debate is. This is like a divorce that ended 7 years ago, and you're in your house on a Friday night. Now, I don't have experience with this. I'm happily married. But you're in your house on a
I do. I tell you, that conversation ain't a good one, bro.
Yeah. And you're in your house on a Friday night, and you're still looking at pictures from what was marriage that ended, years ago now. He proved last night why he will never taste a conference championship game. Why he will never taste the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question. The question was really, who, at the end of the careers, when you put Shedeur's numbers next to Baker's, who's more impressive? That's really the question. Because, to relitigate, should we still have Baker? I mean, we know what we've been without him.
It's not just about numbers, Jay.
No, it's about career. I think it's the question was.
I go off this. I'm trying to win one of these.
You believe Shedeur can win one of those?
What's that?
You believe Shedeur can win one of those?
It's too early to tell. I don't think it's a definitive answer right now. If I was a betting man, I would probably bet no. I'm certainly not going to bet yes because it's extremely hard. It's hard to get there, but the Cleveland Browns went away from Baker Mayfield because they wanted to go for a Super Bowl. And the move backfired.
Just hasn't worked out.
Clearly, and they're still feeling the after effects of that every single day, and they're going to continue to feel it every single day for quite some time. They just are. It's a big reason. It's a big reason why I think this organization needs a complete and total reset. They need new voices, new people, a refreshing mindset, a football mindset. None of this mathematics. Let's do math problems. Try to solve how we're going to run this. Enough with the trick plays. What NFL team that has had a quarterback who throws for over 350 yards? I don't care how you feel about the quarterback. What professional football team that has had a quarterback throw for over 350 yards says, you know what? Go sit on the side for this play. We've got something up our sleeve here. What the hell is that?
Now you're cooking. I don't know what that is.
You're my football spirit twin.
Dang,
That's
bro.
exactly what I've been saying.
You're cooking. Hey, listen, but here's one of the thing I will say though, Fanner. I'm kind of, I don't understand what happened. So the pre-draft stuff, I get the fact that the Browns have been looking for a quarterback forever. And the pre-draft stuff comes out with Dable and his interviews and the Giants and what does Shedeur do. And listen, I've never seen people latch on to the anonymous stuff. And then, kind of continue with the, oh, well, he's this, he's that, he's this. But I'm a person that's like this, man. I'm looking at the field. I just see him through for 300 yards. I'm about to get excited about that. I don't understand why I have to pump my brakes. And I've been watching football here forever, and we ain't had nothing to cheer for. But we get a person who's charismatic. He's a good kid. He comes out here, he threw for all those yards, and it's like people in our own fan base are like, I don't know if you got to sell me on it more. I'm like, where does this happen at?
I always like when people say you got to sell me on or whatnot. Okay, then just walk away. Go root for somebody else or go occupy your time with something else. I mean, to me, we live in a world now, and I don't want to go down this grapevine too much, but all I could think of earlier this week, with everything that happened in Ann Arbor. When I was growing up, and Jay Crawford, you were part of an incredible team. I'm not trying to disparage anybody that's in today's media climate. It's more about the climate as the people. Right. But we're now in a world where, like, when that type of thing happened in 2007 or 8, there were 6 people on the campus of Michigan giving us facts, news, details, what is happening. Not, here's what I think, or let this guy tell his side of the story.
That was
absurd yesterday. I was really disappointed in that.
I go off the facts like you guys do. The facts are, this kid's gotten better every single week. The facts are, they had him sitting, and instead we're playing 2 people that were not competent at the quarterback position, and it was losing them games. The facts are, the coach has lost multiple games this year as a result of that decision and several in-game decisions. I have been on this show before and have defended Kevin Stefanski, but I am not short-sighted to a point that I'm going to die on some hill where I don't acknowledge what's true. The reality is he has fallen off in Cleveland. He is a 2-time coach of the year, so at one time there was a really good coach in there. Does that good coach still exist? I don't know. I know this much. It doesn't exist in Cleveland anymore. And when you've won 6 of your last 30 games, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt anymore.
That's gone.
It's over.
Yeah.
If you're pulling the strings here, it sounds like you're in the camp that he absolutely has to go. What about Andrew Berry? He's coming off a great draft class.
He is coming off a great draft class. My gut says, in some capacity, he's going to still be around.
Oh, but maybe not as the GM.
Maybe not as the GM. Maybe there's a repositioning. If it were me making the decision, and very much is not me, I don't like people from different regimes now trying to work together. It normally doesn't end correctly. I just think it's in the best interest of this organization to hit a complete reset button on Black Monday and say, we are starting clean. We are starting anew.
Any names as to what direction you'd go?
I don't want to sit here and say like this is the guy that I want, because you know why, Jay? I didn't have Kevin Stefanski first, second, third, or fourth when they picked him. And I remember that Sunday afternoon. It was a Sunday. Jason Lloyd's there, right? I'm 95% positive that it was like a Sunday afternoon.
Over the Bears.
Wow.
The subheadline
like G.
there,
Bush right now.
The subheadline there is the Kool-Aid Mafia has a new leader.
He does. Because believe it or not, I'm not.
Kool-Aid Mafia-esque.
Believe it or not, I'm not picking him to win the game, man.
Oh!
Shedeur shines in a heartbreaking loss. Browns fans feel optimism about the future, but Bears edge the Browns with a late game.
That's the perfect scenario. Shedeur takes another step,
and Browns
we lose to help our draft.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine real quick. Is it 2 for the Browns? It is not. I had the Browns defense going into hibernation. The Bears rushing attack carves up Cleveland's defense as Brown lose 24-16 despite 2 tutties from our